kid from North Carolina didn't know what to do in the blizzard out there.
I had no clue what to do. I was not a happy camper.
And Nebraska with the ball, they are 10-0. Ranked for the first time in 7 years. And Brendan, we've got the people in front of us standing until the visitors make their first basket. So we got to look around here, and Price Sanford takes care of that.
And listen, man, I'll tell you what, I'm very happy that they were able to knock that bucket down so I could actually start seeing the game. I couldn't see anything with all those fans standing up.
Illinois has won 8 out of 10 to start the season. Only losses to ranked teams Alabama and UConn. They've also beaten a pair of ranked teams, Texas Tech and Tennessee. Wagler inside, 2 freshmen touch it, back out. Boswell, shot clock a concern now, down to 4. Boswell for 3. Whistle inside, and that's going to go against Nebraska. Foul called against Price Sanford. He had the early bucket couple of years at Iowa, his first season in the red and white at Nebraska. Mirkovic inside, tried to get it to Boswell, saves it up top to Ivasic.
And against this Nebraska defense, they're going to trap you on the baseline, so Illinois has to understand that when you drive that baseline, you have to be looking to be a willing passer.
There's that freshman, missed his first bucket. Rebound Sam Hoiberg. He's been a part of this the last 3 years, but easily having his best season in his senior campaign. Rink Mast, it all starts with big number 51. Missed all of last year with a knee injury. Averaging 18 points, had it blocked by Stojanovic.
Boy, Stojakovic's defense has been improving, something that Coach Underwood is very impressed with as we see him also on the offensive end driving to the basket. When we talk about Stojakovic and getting his offense going, Coach Underwood doesn't talk about shot selection. He talks about rebounding and defense, surprisingly, because he feels like if he does those 2 things, the offense will come naturally.
Keaton Wagler, the freshman, up with the rebound. Stojakovic with it now, had the bucket. He had 17 in Columbus earlier this week. Mirkovic.
That's Mirkovic's second time testing this Huskers defense on the baseline. The second time they trapped on the baseline. He's going to have to be aware of that moving forward.
Got 5 to shoot. Little bounce pass inside, and Boswell with the finish.
Great driving find by Stojakovic. He's known for his driving ability and scoring. Right there, he drove and he looked to dish it off.
Jamarques Lawrence, 2 years at Nebraska, 1 at Rhode Island. And Price Sanford has both buckets now, a 2 and a 3.
That's what Nebraska does. They want to move that ball, challenge your defense from side to side, and knock down those triples.
Wagler, Ivasic. Well, along with it, back to Mast, thinking about the 3 for Nebraska. They average 11 made per game. That is best in the Big Ten. They've got 1 so far. Sanford again. Short that time. Stojakovic with a rebound. Boswell back up top. Boswell from right here in Champaign.
They got a mismatch inside if they can find the big fella. He's got Hoiberg on him.
That's Wagler, 3 to shoot. That spin move has worked this season. He's missed both of his first 2 shots. Lawrence, Sanford again, and he starts out high.
And this was an emphasis today in shoot-around. They said they want to limit Nebraska's early shots. They're really good getting great shots within the first 6 seconds of the shot clock.
Brad Underwood said we got to limit their gold medal looks, their wide open looks. Stojakovic off. And that was off of Hoiberg. It'll stay here with Illinois. We'll stay right here. Wagler, slow start to shooting after he had 23 points earlier this week in Columbus. Stojakovic back out to Ivasic. He wants to get close to the bucket. Mast with a board. Jamarques Lawrence in a hurry. Buchtengel back to Mast. Sanford. He's got 3 of those already.
Oh, he's hotter than fish grease out here, Paul. He's cooking.
Nebraska on a 9-0 run. And Price Sanford with all 11 points.
If you're Illinois, you're going to have to figure out where that young man is. Show him a little bit of extra attention. We understand, you knew coming into the game that he could shoot, but right now he started out on an absolute heater.
Boswell pulls up. They have been off from three. Hoiberg rebound. Huskers pushing the pace. Hoiberg had it pinned by Ivisic.
Wow, access denied. That is a big-time block. That's how you guard your yard. He sees the big man roll. He gets right up into the replace area, and that's why the defender's a step late. In transition, he knows the lane to run to. It challenges the defense, stretches the defense as well. So I'm impressed with the shot making and also the basketball IQ.
On the other side, Illinois can't quite find it. They're only 2 out of 10 shooting so far.
Well, that's what we talked about in the open. We said Nebraska is elite at shooting threes, and Nebraska is elite defensively, and so far both have been true.
Buchtenjel, breakout shooting night earlier this week against Wisconsin. Spinning. Oh, threw up a prayer. Mast with a rebound.
One too many fakes by the big fella. So, hey, don't be afraid to kick that thing back out. Just because you got it in the paint doesn't mean you have to shoot it. But if that guy gets the ball, he should definitely shoot it. He's on fire.
It's Sanford 13 and Illinois 4 so far. And the Illini have missed their last 6 shots.
And they really haven't gotten many good shots either.
There's a good look.
And that's a good shot.
Zvonimir Ivisic with his first 2. What a luxury to bring 7'2" off the bench.
I know. The brothers, Ivisic brothers out here just making a difference. But, man, that is definitely a luxury.
Started about half the games last year at Arkansas. It's his first year here in Champaign. Mast doesn't have a bucket yet. Sanford, another pull-up.
All right.
My goodness.
Listen, I've seen enough. We might have to start sending a double. Okay. Off the pick and roll right now, they're giving him a little bit too much space. You might have to start double teaming that, or at least hard trapping when he comes off of those actions.
Inside, and then it's back-to-back possessions. They get all the way to the bucket. That time Mirkovic for 2. So Sanford's already at his average with 15.
But right now, it's the quality of shot. Illinois got a shot right there, but their shot looks a lot harder than the shots that Nebraska, or more importantly, Sanford is getting on defense.
They got Stojakovic face guarding him, but he gets to the hoop. There's a miss. Only his second one today. He was affected there at the rim. Been quite a week for Illinois. Win over Tennessee, win in Columbus to start their Big Ten season. Jamarques is checked in for the first time. Stuck in the corner. Ivisic back up to Wagler.
I tell you what, this Nebraska defense is just stifling. They're challenging Illinois all over the court.
Rink Mast with the steal that time. Lawrence slows it down, but then goes in. Buchtenjel off the glass.
Lawrence just totally made that play by being aggressive but not being out of control. Looked up and he had the big fella just rolling to his left.
So it's Nebraska, their highest ranking in over 10 years at 23, with the early advantage at 17-8.
Right now it's been an offensive clinic for Nebraska, and on the flip side, defensively, they've been just as good.
Ivisic, quick passing, Jamarques. He's been off from distance, misses again. Stojakovic board. Ivisic, Mirkovic. Had it blocked by Buchtenjel.
Mirkovic took just a little bit too much time in there, didn't realize he was wide open right away. That extra second, the Nebraska defender made him pay.
Lawrence, 3 more.
We talked about Nebraska's calling card being the three-point shot. They have not disappointed. It is 3 after 3, and Coach Underwood has seen enough. He needs timeout.
Football energy in the break, and back now to basketball thoughts in Champaign. The Illini are 0 for 6 shooting threes. Meanwhile, Nebraska's made 4 out of 6.
Well, that's been the story of the game so far. One team has not been able to get it going from behind the stripe. As we see the and one by Big Z.
And now has 5 points. He has been the one offensive boost Brad Underwood has had so far.
Yeah, and I really like his game. You said shot blocker, rebound, able to knock down threes. He does a little bit of everything. A lot of versatility to that young man's game.
So Bryce Sanford in his 15 points getting a little bit of a rest right now. Rink Mast hasn't hit a bucket yet. It's almost like he heard me say that.
Yes, indeed. And Coach Underwood's going to be a little bit upset because Ivisic right there went for this steal and it led to a direct 2 on the other end.
You got one team making over half of their shots, and that's Nebraska, and the other struggling to get anything to go in outside of the paint.
When you gamble and you go for that steal, you better get it, because if not, you'll be compromised on the backside.
Jake Davis in the game for the first time. Zvonimir. And the rebound, another one in the game for the first time. Jared Garcia with the rebound. Back up to Lawrence, playing so well here after that one season at Rhode Island. Mast gets a step. Little jump hook. Nice job by Jamarques preventing him from getting to the board.
Great defense by Jamarques right there. Moved his feet well, played without fouling also.
Kylan Boswell, game number 117 for the senior. His second season at Illinois. Davis, Jamarques. Ivasic. Oh, he missed the dunk.
Missed the slam. Come on, big fella. Got to throw that down.
As a guy who's 6'11", did that ever happen to you?
That did happen to me only a couple times in my career. And trust me, it's very embarrassing when it happens. But big fella had me ready to come out of my seat, and he just teased me right there. Didn't finish the playoff.
Garcia missed. Boswell rebound. And really, Wagler or Boswell can play point guard here for Brad Underwood. They prefer it to be Wagler, but they're quite comfortable with Boswell running the show, too.
Well, that's what makes the Illini so dangerous, and why I think they'll be a really strong team come March is that they have multiple ball handlers. We talked about Wagler, Boswell, and Stojakovic.
23, unbeaten, doubling up on Illinois, 22-11. Ball taken away by Buchton-Joe.
Once again, the Nebraska defense on display.
Hoiberg back to Jacobson. Kale in the game for the first time here. Frager, freshman, the redshirt freshman out of Lincoln. Berke Buchton-Joe back to Frager, not shy about shooting. Shot clock down to 3. Jacobson got to get this one off. And a rebound to Davis.
That was an excellent possession defensively for the Illini. They were challenging everything. That ball was moving side to side, and they were not giving an inch. They're going to need a couple more possessions like that if they're going to cut down this double-digit lead.
Fred Hoiberg concerned about the rebounding game last night when I talked to him. Right now, it's dead even. Ivasic left open. Boy, they are struggling from distance. Davis with the rebound. Back to Boswell. He knocks down a 3.
There you go. They were struggling from 3, but this time they got a really, really quality look. Boswell wide open for the 3 in the corner.
See if that can get them started right now. They are 1 for 9. See how long they keep Bryce Sanford on the bench. Garcia, 5 to shoot. Frager wide open. Not close. Mirkovic rebound. The freshman pushing it up the court. And Buchton-Joe.
Oh, wow.
He thought he called timeout.
I think he did.
Yes, he did.
They're going to give it to him. And forcing tough shots on the weak side out of it. Taking away a team's baseline action is huge, and that's something that Nebraska does that makes them truly unique from a defensive standpoint. Most teams don't trap the baseline that aggressively.
Bryce Sanford is checked back in. He has 15 points with the ball now. Give him 17.
Listen, we know he's been hot from 3. But right there, that's his easiest shot of the day, just a walk-in layup. Somebody on the weak side absolutely fell asleep for the Fighting Illini.
Jake Davis lets it fly. He's long. Jacobson rebound. Sanford was over 60% shooting field goals the last couple of games, both wins last week, and he is off to an incredible start here today with 17 already.
This action by Nebraska is just so good when you watch the offense. The ball doesn't stick. It moves side to side.
He's got 20.
Stop. Listen, at this point, you got to call the law. You got to find a way to get the ball out of that guy's hands. He cannot have the opportunity to get a shot up right now because he is just too hot.
Having one of those kind of games that you dream about, it's his reality. He's made 8 out of 10. Mirkovic responds.
That's great work by Mirkovic on the weak side. A really quick weak side duck in. He carved out that space and finished with the left hand. I like big fellas playing big. No way. Yes way. Yes way. Have yourself a ball game.
All right, he's got 23.
Bryce Sanford having himself one of those special ball games today.
Already with 5 triples. Foul called against Hoiberg. That's his second.
Obviously a miscommunication, which led to another 3.
Leads the team in minutes played, and I doubt they're going to challenge that here today. Mirkovic fouled, 1 of 3, averaging double figures here for the Huskers. Stojakovic guarded by Sanford. Now he's double teamed, still found his way to the bucket.
But that's what he does. His game is slippery. He's able to get downhill within half court or in transition.
And now here's the story. Who do they put on Sanford?
Put Stojakovic on him right now.
Now Kylan Boswell tracking him as they switched inside. And the foul call before that was blocked by Ivicic. Rebounder on the team, but it made only 2 out of 23 pointers before their last game. Buchtengel short on that one. Mirkovic rebound. And on the strength of their shooting and Price Sanford, it's Nebraska. Sprinted out to the early lead, coming to Champaign unbeaten.
And right now they're sprinting out into a little bit of a 1-3-1 zone look, trying to confuse the Illini. Just give them a different wrinkle, throw them off a little bit.
Not very often they get out of their man-to-man. Keaton Wagler knocks it down.
They keep giving them shots like that, they'll be right back in man-to-man. Now I want to see, is Stojakovic going to go guard Sanford? Because that was a key adjustment that was made in the last game, because Bruce Thornton for Ohio State was cooking the Illini in the first half. They put Stojakovic on him in the second half, and he did not do nearly as well.
Buchtengel up top to Mast. That's his first three.
As the threes just continue to fall, that has been the story of the first half. Nebraska has absolutely not been able to miss from three. They've been on fire.
Made 7 out of 11. Mirkovic almost with the three. Stojakovic.
That's
not his strength.
That's not really his shot. You know, he only shoots about 27% from three. He's more of a driver and penetrator than he is a shooter.
Yeah, making over half of his field goals, and that's why.
That's what he does.
How you have the system and structure, but let him be him. Made comparisons to when he had Terrence Shannon here and said it's very similar to what we allowed him to do.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. He said they didn't call a lot of plays for Terrence Shannon. He said they just allowed him to drive the closeouts in certain areas, and they're doing the same thing for Stojakovic, just putting him in position to drive and take advantage of the defense when he can.
Lawrence gets the paint. 26 points for Sanford already.
Are you serious? Paul.
That's what it says.
Paul, are you serious?
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Having a half like nobody's had in the Big Ten so far this season.
This is hot. There's hot, and then there's a different level of hot.
Made 6 out of 7 threes.
At this point, you might have to compromise your defense a little bit as the freshman knocks down a triple. But when we talk about Sanford, having 26 points, 10 of 12 from the field, 6 of 7 from three, you might have to change your defense up a little bit and not come up off of his body.
So Mast misses. Just before that, Keaton Wagler hit a three to cut it to a 10-point deficit. Boswell spinning. 2 shots coming.
Paying off today. I tell you, you said his career high is what, 28?
28.
I'm going to bet the over on that. Kind of have to adjust the coverage defensively. You might have to compromise some of your rotations and say, hey, we're not coming off of this guy's body. When I played at Carolina, shooters were called asterisks, the guys that could really shoot. But sometimes guys would get really hot and they were double asterisks. And when a guy's a double asterisk, we wouldn't come off their body. The rotations would be different because we're saying, hey, we have to take this guy.
They've got him on Sanford. Let's see if he can slow him down.
You see him right there on the catch.
Tried to get it to Mast, bounced it off his leg. We come back here to Illinois. They're just down 8 and with the ball now.
Got to get a quality possession right here.
Ivicic looking for Stojakovic, gets it to him. Up, not in. Rebound, Braden Frager. Mast has 1 3, averaging 18 points this season. Buchtengel wants to get it inside to him.
A little big action.
Back to Buchtengel, bad angle. Stojakovic board.
Yeah, he just got caught too far into the basket right there. Probably should have took his time a little bit more. There's an excellent charge defensively.
Nebraska winning the turnover game so far. They've only turned it over once. Illinois with 4.
He's wide open.
Uh-oh.
He's wide open.
That was short from the get-go.
He faked Boswell out of his shoes on the baseline. Boswell went the wrong way, and Sanford was wide open in the corner.
Still has Boswell on him. Good matchup here for Mast against Wagler. Oh, a swat from behind by Ivicic.
That's great work by the big fella. He understands that the freshman Wagler was in a mismatch disadvantage. He crossed that midline, came over there for the block.
Boswell, Stojakovic. It's a good look. And foul called against Sanford. Latter parts of this first half. Mirkovic in and out. Gets his own rebound. Illinois made 29 out of 32 in Columbus earlier this week. They're over 90%. Mirkovic. Stojakovic.
The lineout will challenge you on the glass these last couple possessions. Nebraska giving up offensive rebounds.
Boswell gets the foul, and he'll shoot two. They shoot three.
Yes.
Redefined her journey. Streaming now.
If you're Illinois, you can't be mad at where you're at right now.
They got it back.
Yeah, like I said, if you're Illinois, you're looking at you have 118 left, only down 6, have a chance to cut into that a little bit more.
Davis. Three.
Just what we talked about. 3-point ball game. You're at home. You haven't played well. Sanford has been absolutely on fire, and you're only down 3.
Illinois on a 10-0 run. Mast. In and out. Frager.
That's a jump ball.
Possession arrow back to Illinois.
Great tie-up by the freshman. The ball has to touch the paint first and then get sprayed around the perimeter. You'll get quality looks that way.
Basically got 5 points in that last possession on that 10-0 run. 3 would tie it. Wagler, Boswell got a step.
And there's that baseline trap. There's nothing good for you on that baseline against the Cornhuskers.
In and out, Davis rebound. Mirkovic to Boswell.
Great pass.
Tie game!
Great pass. That's the definition of passing up a good shot to get a great shot. And we got ourselves a ball game headed into halftime.
Jacobson.
Been here before with a guard going off on him. Their last game against Ohio State, Bruce Thornton had, I think, 26 at halftime, and they made the adjustment. So let's see what happens in this half and what they do against Sanford.
Mast turned it over, and Wagler will have a chance to begin the second half the way the Illini ended the first, and that's with a bucket. Boswell with it, the only Illini player in double figures so far. Ivicic inside to Mirkovic, still going to work. Quick passing. Stojakovic with a step. Almost at his own rebound. Going to stay here with Illinois.
Still ends up being Illinois possession.
Illinois starting to separate a little bit in the rebounding game. +9 in the first half. Stojakovic short.
And that's good defense. You don't go for any of his fakes. He doesn't really want to shoot that shot. He wants to drive to the basket.
Hoiberg left open. Kicks it back out. Lawrence, little floater. First bucket of the second half.
That was excellent by Lawrence. Lawrence known as being a three-point shooter. He understanding the defense wants to run him off the line. Drove the lane and got right to the floor.
Wagler, double team. It's what Nebraska does in the baseline. Don't want to let you get there or to the lane.
They shut that baseline down quite quickly. You have to drive that baseline to be a passer, not a scorer.
They kind of invite you to take the early 3 in the possession. 3 seconds to shoot. Wagler. And a rebound, Buchtengel with one arm. So Nebraska gets the first bucket, have a chance to get the first 2. Will it be a 3?
Oh, wedgie.
You were at the game Tuesday night in Columbus. It was close a lot of the way, but Illinois just looked to be very comfortable in that spot in the second half and eventually separating there at the end.
Yeah, Wagner made a lot of plays down the stretch of that ball game, and they found a way to curtail Bruce Thornton offensively. And so we'll see if the same thing will happen in the second half of this game.
Mirkovic wants to get that shot off. Buchtengel, good hustle. And here comes Lawrence. Does not have numbers, but he got there anyway, and he'll shoot 2. The offense was going to go through him. Lawrence hits the first.
Got some more experience playing that point guard position. Came back to Nebraska, and he's doing quite well this season.
Has Nebraska on top by 4 here to start the second half. Had the lead to as many as 14 there in the first half. Wagler's been much more quiet today after 23 in Columbus. Spins in,
Great
finds
pass.
Boswell. That was pretty.
Wagler with the excellent drive right there. When he drives in there, he's always looking for that spin move, whether it's a spin to shoot or to spin to pass. Right there, he found Boswell underneath the basket by himself.
Boswell now with 14 points, lead to 2 for Nebraska. Sanford, nice spin. He's got 28.
Not just a shooter, a lot of wrinkles to this kid's game. And that's what you have to do when you, as we see Wagler tee up the 3 and knock down that triple.
Well, that one just looked good from the start.
Yeah,
right out of his hand.
As soon as he caught the ball, it looked good. The catch, the release, everything, the follow through.
He's got 9 points. All of them coming from buckets beyond the arc. Lawrence has 6 points in this second half.
Like I said, this Nebraska offense will test you. They're going to move the ball side to side. They're going to cut. That ball's not going to stay in just one area.
Hoiberg almost had the steal. Boswell, pull up 3. That's good.
I like that shot right there. Came off the screen, was very decisive. Big fella was just a little step late. Boswell didn't hesitate at all. Let it fly.
Lawrence, boy, he's having himself a half already.
And Boswell's a little upset. There was a mix-up in communication. I think he thought that was going to be a switch. Lawrence drove away from Boswell, and I couldn't see who the other defender was, but he left Lawrence all by himself.
Boswell already was 17. They played ranked opponents 4 times this year, and he's averaging over 20 points in those games. Wagler, no foul, no bucket, rebound Mast.
Nebraska got to run. They got numbers.
Gel, Hoiberg. He's got 3.
That's what you got to do. When you got numbers, you got to push that tempo, make the team pay. Either you get a layup or you get a 3. But when you got numbers, you have to make sure that you use them to your advantage.
And Nebraska offensively much better to start this second half than they were to end that first.
Yeah, Nebraska's really playing well. Everybody's getting a chance to touch the ball. The ball's moving from side to side. It's really hard to guard teams that play like that. When that ball sticks and it's one man and it's ISO or just top of the key basketball, that's easy to guard, as we see an and one on the baseline. I'll tell you what, coming out of this timeout, if I'm Nebraska.
Foul called against Davis there as he went for his own rebound.
Line screen action and see if you can get a slip somewhere. A lot of times the guy screening for the guy that's hot can sometimes get a wide open layup.
Lawrence has been their best scorer in the second half so far with 8 points. Sanford trying to get a shot off. Gel. Way long Humrick House rebound.
Only shoots about 18% from 3. I see why.
Wagler's got 3 threes so far. Another one would tie it here. Having a hard time getting the ball off there. Gel picks it up.
Especially as we get a little bit deeper into this ball game. They're going to need this young man.
Hoiberg back to Jamarques Lawrence. He joins Sanford in double figures. Braden Frager, who also averages double figures, has yet to score. Sanford, wrap around, and there's Mast.
Great pass. Sanford with the excellent basketball IQ play right there. He curled that screen very tightly, saw that the defense was going to overreact to him, dropped it off for Mast to get an easy bucket inside.
And the guy with 28 with the sweet dish there to push that lead up to 5.
And that's basketball IQ. A lot of times when you see a guy that has 28 points, he starts taking wild shots and takes his team out of the offense. Sanford understanding they're going to overreact to what I do. I'm gonna find my guys in the second half.
Boswell short, Ivisic back to Boswell. Wisely pulls it back out.
Wisely got away from that baseline. There's nothing good on the baseline against Nebraska.
That's where they want you. Spin move, Wagler, that got him home.
That is excellent. That's how you use your size. This young man, 6'6". He loves that spin move, and right there, he just bumped the defender right off of him.
Wagler now in double figures with 11 points. Sanford, pretty finger roll, and he's got 30.
His movement is just amazing to me. Like when you watch, yeah, he has 30 points, but it hasn't been a lot of dribble. It's been cuts, understanding curling, popping, understanding where to be in relation to your other teammates. It's been a very fun game to watch.
Oh!
Wow. That's a very fun play right there.
Big Z stuffs it home.
Oh, we get a technical?
Technical foul.
There we go, yes.
I guarantee you the ref that called that tech never dunked on nobody. He'll let that ride.
So the technical against Zvonimir.
Listen, I was quite impressed with your resume.
I know you expected a no on that question. I was happy to answer with a yes. 2 dunks in high school. Rink Mast. Well, he's got 5 points here. Right after we said he only had 5, he gets a quick 5. He's now got 10.
You know, he's their leading scorer, so you knew eventually the ball was going to find him.
Lead up to 8. Vogler in and out. Hoiberg rebound. Nebraska's done a nice job of establishing themselves here early in this second half after we were tied at halftime. Ball poked away by Boswell.
Mass has Boswell on. He needs to go inside right now.
Sanford kicks it out. Sanford open.
Can't leave that guy.
Mast up and in.
And I thought it was a little bit of, I thought that was the and one. It looked like Wagler was sliding underneath him as he went for that offensive rebound.
Boswell aggressive. He'll go to the line for 2.
They have 4 to 5 guys that shoot over 37% from 3, so they stretch your defense out, and everybody plays unselfishly. Oh, and let's not forget,
Well under their average within the last week. Boswell makes 1 out of 2.
aggressively on the baseline. That's something that's going to help them in the tournament as well, because most teams won't be accustomed to seeing that type of pressure on the baseline.
Free throw ended a 7-0 run. Now a turnover back to Boswell. Stojakovic, one of their best scorers, has been quiet here so far in the second half. Whistle.
He didn't let go of Ivicic. Can't be in 2 places at one time. If you're going to be up on the ball, you got to let the big fella roam.
Stojakovic spin and the bucket.
He is so impressive as a driver. So impressive.
Well, he and Wagler so often use that spin into the lane and then elevate for 2. Now the lead is 7.
And now we're going to see the Illini run a little bit of his own.
Lawrence already with 8 in the second half. Rebound Stojakovic. Illini on a little bit of a run here. Crossover.
For the next 3 to 4 minutes, you cannot afford to pick up the foul.
He stays in the game. Stojakovic, another spin and another basket.
That's what he does. He just takes baskets with his driving ability. The spin moves, the footwork, everything is exquisite. Top of the line.
And that lead that was 10 is now cut in half to 5. Mast, well, he was open there.
Yes.
Got closer. Rebound Davis.
Anytime you pass up that first really good shot, it seems like you never get a good look again on that same possession. Mast passed up that open look in the middle of the zone.
Stojakovic brought down on the way to the basket. Cal, he had 37 one of those games. A lot of moves just like that.
Yeah, and it's because he's such a strong driver.
Got Buked and gel on him right now. Takes him to the basket. And he'll shoot 2. Stojakovic now has 12. Post on NBC. And Peacock. Stojakovic hits them both. Got the last 6 points for Illinois.
And Illinois stays in this zone. And let's see, what will the adjustment be? Against the zone, there's 3 things you really want to do. As we see Mass right there with a good pass. There's 3 things you want to do against the zone. You want to penetrate the zone, get the ball in the middle of the zone. You want to screen the zone. Nebraska right there got the ball in the middle. Good things happen.
Mass to Hoiberg to push the Husker lead back up to 5. Boswell, Davis. Got a push on Mass. That'll be his second in free throws. Ivicic missed one to easily over 90%. Today, just 9 out of 14. Mast, little pull-up, got his own board, and a fresh 20. Hoiberg had their last basket left open. Scrambles to get it back. Jacobson. Shot clock down to 4. Mast. Gets the three.
I mean, the Illini did everything right on that defensive possession and just knocking down a tough three-pointer. That's just disheartening. That'll take the wind right out of your sails.
Boswell secured his route to get it back out to Stojakovic.
Ooh.
Oh, he split it.
Wow.
Got through that double team for the easy layup.
Yes, indeed. A little bit of trickery with the ball handling right there.
Well, since we showed that Mast only had 5 points a few minutes ago, he scored 10.
Over the last couple of minutes, it's pretty much just been Mast versus Stojakovic.
Sanford been pretty quiet in the second half. And Mast just threw that one away.
Yeah, he's really found his stride. It's been a lot of ISO action, a lot of driving against closeouts, and he's pretty much made this Nebraska defense pay anytime he's been in a one-on-one situation.
Boswell. Wagler, Davis three. Jamarques with the glass. Well, he's had a hard time finding his shot, but Brad Underwood has praised Jamarques for how he's affected the game defensively and with his rebounding.
He said even though he doesn't score, he's still one of the most important players. And that guy's definitely an important player.
Keaton Wagler with a chance for the and one.
Bring up the 7 assists, and that's super important for a freshman. You know what I love?
What's that?
Only one turnover.
Incredible. He's got 3 in the last 3 games. 3-point play.
Say that again for people at home. How many assists, how many turnovers does he have in the last 3 games?
3 for the primary ball handler as well.
That's huge. Your primary ball handler is valuing the ball like that, especially as a freshman. You can't put a price on it. You can't put a price tag on that for a coaching staff.
17 assists, 3 turnovers the last 3 games for the freshman. Sanford right back to Garcia. Boy, that pump fake got it done.
Nice patience by Garcia right there. Sometimes when you have somebody 7-2 coming at you, you can get a little bit flustered, but he pump fake, got big, fell in the air, and went ahead and finished.
Nebraska offensively has had pretty good poise this half for all the punches they're taking from the Illini. Boswell, short on the 3, comes back here to the Huskers. A lot of experience, what I call college grown-ups here on this team.
Yeah.
He talked about how much they like each other, how they know the system, kind of showing up how they've responded to the Illini pushes here.
Would you call them college grown-ups?
College grown-ups.
Is that a nice way to say they're old? They're old team for college? Like,
you remember being in college. You were never really a full grown-up, but they've got kids in their 20s who played a lot of college basketball. Yeah. Boswell got there, kicks it back out. Stojakovic. Blocked by Berke. Buchtengel got a hand on it. Lawrence pulls it back out. Sanford's got 32 points. And Wisely will just take some time, although he's in some trouble. Garcia working on Stojakovic. Little jump hook. Ivasic got his hands on it. Buchtengel with the foul.
The officials are doing their job by looking at it. This is a review that I don't think will take very long. And this is...
Well, they have not been themselves at the line here. I mentioned number 2 in the Big Ten coming into this game. Right now, 10 out of 16. Sanford, Lawrence. Got the step to the baseline, finds Garcia. He's got 2 more.
And that's another strong take inside by Garcia. Using that pump fake to keep the big fella a little bit off balance and going up and finishing.
Well, those are bonus buckets from the big fella here in the second half.
Oh, yeah. Well, when you get those points out of Garcia, you got to love those because you're not expecting him to be a big-time scorer for you. That guy, you definitely expect him to be a big-time scorer. Stojakovic keeping it going in the paint for the Illini.
Been the primary scorer here in the second half. The lead again, 5.
Nebraska's running around, not screening that zone.
Garcia, oh, up and under.
Okay, put that thing down, flipped it, and reversed it. I see you, Garcia.
He's got the only bench points for the Huskers so far tonight. They've all come here in the second half. Keaton Wagler, up, ends up in the hands of Lawrence. He's got Hoiberg. Knocked away by Boswell.
From his shot, and he went ahead and finished it.
Averaging 4 points, he has 6 tonight. Sanford, Lawrence accelerates. Garcia again. Oh my!
Okay.
Tried the other side, not quite. Boswell. Knocked away by Garcia. It'll stay here with the Illini. Longer trying to get it to Stojakovic.
This is the ISO for Stojakovic right here. If you're in Nebraska, you might have to pinch in a little bit. He's been killing you with the drives. You got that out-of-bounds play is a specific ISO for Stojakovic. I almost called him Page. I almost called him his dad's name. Sorry, I played with his dad in Dallas, but that is an ISO for him, and you have to slide in and guard him.
Well, Mast was open. Now the jump hook.
He's tough inside. He's just strong.
Rink Mast, 17 points, one below his average. As we're now inside the 4-minute mark, lead is 7. With 14 points so far, make it 15. He knocks them both down. Lawrence says, I've got it. Senior against the freshman here for Illinois. Mast, 12 points in the second half. Sanford, back to Mast. High arcing 3-0, Stojakovic rebound. Boswell. Jamarques. Rebound Garcia.
He still just can't find it. Quality look, just couldn't knock it down.
He's had a hard time hitting that 3 here recently. Just 1 for his last 7 coming in. Hoiberg all the way there.
A little show and go from Hoiberg.
Husker lead back to 7 inside of 3 minutes left. Wagler. That 3 will help.
Are you sure this kid's a freshman? Are you kidding me? There's no fear.
Doesn't matter, he's playing now. Back to Lawrence here. Illini need some defense. Hoiberg back to Lawrence. They'll be happy to use all the seconds on that shot clock, which now reads 15.
If you're in Nebraska, it is Mast and Sanford time. One of those two guys got to either get the shot or create the shot for somebody else.
Hoiberg, then the 3-ball corner. Mast rebound. Gives it up. Garcia couldn't hang on, and Jamarques has it. Illinois with a chance to make it a 1-possession game here. And Wagler, we talked about how he hadn't turned it over. Costly one there.
Yeah, big time turnover right there by the freshman. Got the fan base standing up over here. Couldn't really see what happened in the corner.
Gonna have to stand up ourselves here. 8th turnover.
Yeah, I hate to do it to the people behind me, but I can't see. So I'm gonna have to, all 7 foot of me is gonna have to stand up so I can get a little bit of a view of what's going on with the action.
Nebraska keeps it, 4-point lead. Sanford double teamed up to Mast.
They got numbers.
Big fella handling the ball. That's 6'10" right there.
He had Garcia on his left. He just didn't quite see it.
Inside of 2 minutes. Huskers by 4. Sanford pulls up. Stojakovic board. Well, he had Boswell for a moment. Boswell fouled from behind. 1:38 left, and Nebraska's lead has been cut to 2.
They're going to stick with the pressure.
Lawrence to Garcia. They break it pretty easily that time.
Let's see if they can get Mast to touch inside.
He's been the top scorer in this second half for Nebraska.
He's trying to post up.
Got Jamarques.
It's his time. He's one-on-one down there.
Mast to Garcia. To the hoop. And he'll shoot 2. Ivasic.
That's what does that mean, Paul? What does that mean? What does that mean?
It means I suppose that one could have gone either way.
Are you questioning the call? It's never good when something happens. You just say,
You can hear the fans had a lot of reaction to that.
I thought that was real ticky-tack. That's what I'm just going to say for as well as this game has been played and officiated. I didn't love that call right there at that moment. I love to see the players decide the game.
So they put 3 seconds back on the clock, and Jared Garcia will be at the line. He's been very good here in the second half. 3 buckets. Free throw shooters so far this year. He's made 11 out of 13 this season, pushes the lead back to 3. He averages 4 points. He's got 8 tonight, all in the second half. He checks out.
He's done a really good job these last 7 or 8 minutes. Had some clutch free throws right there. Had some nice takes along the baseline as well. Garcia's been very impressive tonight and gave him some strong minutes.
Back to a 2-possession lead here for Nebraska.
And Nebraska going zone, surprisingly.
Inside of 1 minute. Hello.
And that's just fitting. The guy that struggled to shoot threes all game long at home in Champaign, when Illinois needs it most, they call on their leader, Jamarques, to knock down the 3 from the corner.
1 point game.
Like I said, it's got to be Mast or Sanford. Those are the guys. They got to touch it. They don't have to shoot it, but those guys have to touch it.
Shot clock to 7. Hoiberg missed. Got his own rebound. Right back up. Missed it.
And there he
back.
is. Garcia. How big has he been down the stretch for this Nebraska ball club?
10 points all in the second half. Now the lead back to 3.
Got to switch this.
Ivicic. Goes. Tie game.
They got to switch that. In that situation, you have to switch it. You cannot commit 2 to the ball.
Illinois has been in this full court press the better part of these last 10 minutes. And here we go. Shot clock turned off.
Down to 10. Don't wait too long. Got to go.
Down to 5. Hoiberg kicks it out. Lawrence for the win.
Bang.
Got it!
Bang.
Jamarques Lawrence for 3.
And you can tell it was good right away. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Jamarques Lawrence walks it off in Champaign. And Nebraska is 11-0 for the first time in school history.
And it was, from our angle, we could tell it was good as soon as it left his hands. It was right on line.